Tattoos. You want them, you need them, you love them, you hate them, you regret them. Either way, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be looking at some tattoos once again. Oh, those white highlights. This must be like day 2 or something. Or even, you know what, just like a few hours later. There's like a whole process whenever tattoo artists do content. This is very nice. But did you see the massive difference between the freshly done and the healed versions here? Do you see the big difference? Yeah, white ink is a... It's not that white ink hurts more, it's just, again, it's done last. It's done over skin that's been worked a lot, so you tend to feel it a bit more. That's very nice. But look at this, look at the difference. Do you see the massive difference between just like freshly done and healed? You need to keep this in mind whenever you're getting a tattoo. This is the kind of stuff I was talking about in my previous video. Now, I've seen these tattoos before. These are very, very good. This is very well done. I'd love to see it healed. Well, you know, once the contrast dies down a bit, but... I remember the embroidery tattoos kind of taken off a couple of years ago. And, yeah, they really do look fantastic. Great job. I don't want to say it's a trend. The style, I guess, would be a trend, not so much the artwork itself. But this was one of those trends that took off that was actually kind of cool. It was actually kind of cool to get something like this. Just the problem with trends are, even like the cool ones anyway, the stupid trends are stupid. But a trend like this, another problem with trends is that a lot of people tend to get the same tattoos. Whenever like a new style's released or a new concept for tattooing or a new idea for tattooing that's quite good and it blows up in the tattoo space, the problem is a lot of people then tend to get them. So you will be walking around with a tattoo like a lot of other people have, which is unfortunate. See, for me, whenever I go to get a tattoo, I'm definitely in some way thinking I don't want something that I know I'm going to see somebody else walking around with. I do not know many people who have a Soul Reaver tattoo, especially a Soul Reaver tattoo this big. No one likes Soul Reaver this much. I do. I thought it's one of the greatest games on the PS1 and definitely helped shape my gothic outlook on life. A game as goth as shit. Same with my Silent Hill tattoo. A lot of people have the stupid, dumbass movie artwork on them. The shitty, disgusting redesign of Pyramid Head, who shouldn't have even been in the movie. Shouldn't have been in the movie. Pyramid Head should not have been in Silent Hill 1, the movie, because he's not in the first game. Pyramid Head is only in one game. Out of all the Silent Hill games, there's like 7 or 8 or something. He's in one. You could argue that, well, you know, he was in Homecoming or whatever. Yeah, as like a, hey, look at him, look at that. Do you remember him? You've seen briefly and then he f***s off, you know. And then it's the movie design as well, which is disgusting. Imagine walking around with the movie redesign of Pyramid Head tattooed on you. I would definitely be upset if I saw someone who had the exact same tattoo as me. This is why I do not do tattoo tours of my shit, as in like a tour of the tattoos I have on my body and I go through each one of them and I show them in great detail. I don't do that because people steal tattoos a lot, all the time. Now, for normal people out there, or people who have an IQ above 100, you typically don't do that because you acknowledge that the tattoo has been done. It's been claimed already. And you're like, oh man, I wish they didn't have the tattoo, or I wish I hadn't seen that they had it so that I could go get it. But I've clearly seen they have it, and the only reason why I'd want to go get it is because I want to get that tattoo that I've just seen, and that's a piece of shit thing to do. And I'm not a piece of shit. I'm not going to do that. I would hate to go to a tattoo artist showing a screen cap of someone else who has the tattoo already and be like, this please. If you've done this, you should feel bad about yourself. You really should. General rule of thumb, if you are going to a tattoo artist and you're showing them a screen cap of someone else who already has the tattoo, and you're like, this, you shouldn't be doing that. Don't do that. But Jake, I have it done. Yes, and I don't like you for it. I think less of you for it. Don't do that. I don't know many people who have Yoshimitsu from Tekken 3 on their hand. You know, these are the things I like to consider. Am I going to come across someone who has this exact tattoo? Even if it was just coincidental. Am I gonna be added to the pile of cliches?
Oh baby, c'est vous.
That is very, very nice. Do you know what? I've actually considered getting something like this done. See, a lot of people will say, a lot of people, I mean, people who do this kind of thing. Whenever people get completely covered in tattoos early on in their lives, they're the people who are now walking around with a full bodysuit of blackout. Ronnie Radke's one of these dudes. He got tattoos done very early on in his life. He got a lot of tattoos done very early on. And instead of lasering them off and starting fresh with new stuff, you just get them blacked out. I think Machine Gun Kelly did it as well. Tends to happen. Blackout tattoos look cool and all, but I have considered that if I was going to cover my tattoos at some point in my future, if I got sick of looking at them or whatever, for example, this first tattoo I got here, that I got done when I was 18. It's not fantastic, but I got it done when I was 18, back when I really wanted it done, so never really bothers me, though it is lacking in quality compared to the other tattoos that I have. I have considered doing a relatively similar concept of covering up tattoos in that way. Because, you know, a lot of people do go for the blackout thing, which, you know, it's a totally accepted form of tattoo cover work. That, like, you can definitely copy each other for that. It's a very well-known tactic for covering up bad tattoos while also remaining fully tatted and not getting stuff lasered off and having patchy tattoos all over that. Like, you can all get matching black work tattoos as much as you want. But if I was going to go for black work, I would be going for something like that was like sort of splitting it up. That's not the first time I've seen that. There's all sorts of really unique, ornate, and stylized versions of broken up black paneling that you can see your old tattoos through. And I have considered that if I was going to cover my tattoos up, that's how I'd go about it. Do I like it? Is the caption there? Look, the artwork is solid. This is not a reflection on the artist whatsoever. The artwork is very, very good. Maybe this guy popularized the style, I'm not entirely sure, but I'm more concerned with the type of people that get those tattoos, okay? Those are the kind of tattoos that you will see Ibiza Brit lads dancing around on the dance floor, wiped out on drugs and drink. They will have these tattoos on them. These are the types of guys that will also have like the timepiece tattoo with like the Roman numerals instead of the numbers. And the praying hands, they'll have those as well. Maybe some angel wings as well in the background. We all know these types of guys. Hell, maybe you're one of these dudes watching this video. Get it lasered off. You're an NPC. You're one of those people that does not have a running inner monologue because you're a program. You're not a real person. You were programmed one day to go get a tattoo and you were installed with the default request for your tattoo artist. It's like Tattoo Pack 1 for Earthbound NPCs. And the biggest offender, the most successful candidate given the RNG of this software package that's downloaded into these NPCs is the lion with the blue eyes. Oh God. I want a lion, yeah? I want a lion, yeah? Like here, but like with blue eyes, you know, with his fake Turkish white teeth. I want like a lion, but his eyes are blue. I want those on there. Oh, no way, really? Do you have any kids by any chance? NPC number 337? I do, yeah. Can we get like cubs? Like little lion cubs? And they've got blue eyes too. Yeah. I've already got the blue ink out for you. Oh, man. You can tell a lot about a person by the tattoos they have. Seriously, you can. You can tell a lot about a person by the tattoos they have. Whether or not you should be talking to that person, wasting your time, or expecting an original thought or idea to come out of their mouths. You're wasting your time. It's not coming. This is very, very good. It's freshly done. That's just been done. But yeah, I tell you what, man, skulls, they should come back, I think. You don't say a good skull anymore, you know? A lot of people think they're cliche, but I think it's about time for the cliche of the skull to come back. I have one, actually, on me. I just realized I have one on me. I have a skull on my thigh, and it's great. It's like one of my favorite tattoos that I have. There needs to be more skull work, man. I know Gen Zs are obsessed with getting the shitty, garbage, scratchy tribal, the cyber sigilism shite that has absolutely no consideration for composition or placement. It's just random, sporadic locations that are intentionally ugly and off-center. Such philistine use of honed artistic technique. But if we're gonna be going classic, I would like to see like the big chunky Kerry King tribal tattoos coming back, you know, with the ink packed in, but that's too much for these kids to handle. But also skulls, man. I'd like to see skulls come back. Some good late 90s, early 2000s skulls. Maybe with some fire. Some fiery skulls. That'd be sick. There's not enough skulls, man. I think skulls fell off because they were like cliche, like everyone's getting skulls. And then no one got skulls. I think it's safe to get skulls now, I think. My name is Yan. I do medievally woodcut tattoos. Oh, these are fun. Yeah, they're fun. I like stuff like that. That's cool. More Indian. Did I tell you about the timepiece? With the Roman numerals? It's right there. Don't be this person, okay? You know what? Ignore me. This shit's the bread and butter for like almost every tattoo artist globally because the majority of us are NPCs. I think like 2/3 of the world don't have like an inner monologue. They don't speak to themselves. They don't have a running narrative in their mind. They just respond and react based on impulse. Programming, if you will. Yeah, I want like a timepiece with like, but like Roman numerals. Just know whenever you say this shit to your tattoo artist, they're looking at you as like, this motherfucker. I want like 3 angels to like represent my kids. You owe it to your kids to get something truly unique to represent them if you're gonna get them tattooed on your skin, man. Like, because your kids are gonna grow up, especially if they get into tattooing, whether they're an enthusiast or they become a tattoo artist, and they're just gonna see like how unbelievably ridiculed the people are that get these kinds of tattoos. Think a little bit harder, okay? If you don't have the mentality, the originality, the uniqueness of personality to get something tattooed on yourself, truly original and unique to yourself, to who you are, you're not the kind of person to be getting tattoos. Okay? I'm gatekeeping tattoos. If you're gonna go in and you want, I want a lion. If you're gonna go into a tattoo place and you're like, I want the praying hands with the wings and the timepiece with the Roman numerals and then the lion with the blue eyes and then a scroll with script in it, just don't get a tattoo. If these are like the requirements for yourselves, if this is like the tattoo you want to go get, then now you know not to get one. Okay? Jake Monroe, good day, made it one. Bye-bye.